When Nkiru married Obinna, she believed love could soften cruelty. She believed patience could heal silence. She believed prayer could correct anything. She entered the marriage quietly, without demands. She learned the house quickly, who woke first, who ate last, where her voice was allowed and where it was not. In the beginning, Obinna was gentle, not kind but gentle. The kind of man who did not raise his hand often, but raised his voice just enough to remind her who owned the space. His family lived close, too close. His sisters watched her cooking the way judges watch defendants. His mother measured her worth by how quickly she obeyed. If food was late, she was lazy. If it was early, she was trying too hard. She cooked before dawn and slept after midnight. She swallowed insults disguised as jokes. She accepted slaps explained as discipline. When she miscarried the first time, they whispered. The second time, they spoke louder. She carries bad blood. She attracts misfortune. When she finally gave birth to sons, they said the children were weak. If Obinna fell sick, it was her fault. If business failed, it was her shadow. At night, Nkiru knelt beside her mat and prayed. Not for revenge, not for escape, just peace. But peace never came. Instead, the house grew colder around her. She began to notice things. Her name whispered when no one was there. Footsteps behind her at night that stopped when she turned. Dreams of women with hollow eyes standing at her bedside, watching. Once, she told Obinna, "Someone is calling me in my sleep." He laughed. "You're imagining things. Too much prayer will confuse your head." She stopped talking about it. They sent Nkiru out of the house at dawn. Not with shouting, not with drama, just silence. Her husband's sisters stood at the gate with folded arms. Their faces were calm, almost relieved. The sky was still grey, the kind of hour when spirits were said to wander before the sun chased them back. Her children clung to her wrapper, 3 of them, barefoot, half asleep.
"You cannot stay here anymore,"
the eldest sister said, her voice flat.
"You have brought bad luck to this family."
Nkiru did not argue. She had learned over years that arguing only made things worse. Obinna stood behind them. He did not meet her eyes. He stared at the ground as if something important had fallen there.
"You leave with what you came with,"
his mother added from the veranda.
"And the children, they are your responsibility."
Nkiru looked down at her hands. She had come into that marriage with nothing but hope. Now she was living with less. They did not allow her to pack clothes. They did not allow her to take utensils. They even took the wrapper her mother had given her during childbirth and threw it back into the house. "Witches don't deserve gifts," one of them muttered. Nkiru said nothing, but when she stepped through the gate, something shifted. The wind rose suddenly. The mango tree rustled, though there was no storm. A dog howled from far away. Obinna flinched. For a brief second, Nkiru turned back and looked at him. Her eyes were dry. "I prayed for you," she said, quietly, "for all of you." Then she walked away. They thought once she was gone, everything would return to normal. It didn't. The goats began dying one by one. No wounds, no sickness, just stiff bodies at sunrise, eyes wide open as if they had seen something before death. Then the well water turned bitter. People complained of hearing crying at night, soft, distant, like a woman mourning behind closed doors. Obinna's youngest sister swore she saw Nkiru standing at the roadside one evening. When she blinked, the road was empty. They laughed it off. "She's trying to scare us," they said. "Let her." Then Obinna began dreaming. Every night. In the dream, he was back in the compound. The gate was open. The house was empty. And Nkiru sat under the mango tree, washing clothes that never got clean. When he called her name, she looked up slowly. "You sent me away with nothing," she said. "So I returned with everything." He woke every time gasping, his body soaked in sweat. And Kiru struggled. She slept in church corridors. She begged for food. She sold sachet water by the roadside. But her children never cried at night. That was the strange part. No matter how hungry they were, no matter how cold the ground was, they slept peacefully. Sometimes Ankiru woke and found them sitting upright, staring into the dark.
Who are you talking to?
She asked once. The eldest child answered calmly.
The women who walk with us.
Ankiru froze.
What women?
I said the ones with long hairs. They said we are protected.
That night, she prayed harder than she ever had. Obina lost his job suddenly. No warning, no explanation. His mother fell ill and screamed at night, claiming someone was pulling her legs while she slept. One sister miscarried, another began talking to herself. Then the house caught fire. Not a big fire, just enough to burn the children's room and their clothes. The elders were called. They listened. They nodded. Then one asked,
Did you send a woman away unjustly?
Silence. They warned them. Some women live with their bodies. Others live with their shadows. When shadows return, they don't knock. One night, Ankiru stood outside the compound again. No one saw her enter. She did not knock. The gate opened on its own. Obina was awake. He smelled her before he saw her, the scent of palm oil and soap. She stood in the doorway, calm, unchanged. "You're dead," he whispered. She smiled faintly. "No, I was reborn." Behind her, the children stood silently. Their eyes reflected light that did not exist.
I prayed for peace.
Ankiru said.
You chose cruelty. So peace went elsewhere.
Obina fell to his knees.
Take anything. Take the house. Take my life.
He begged. Ankiru looked at him for a long time.
I already took what mattered.
She said, "My fear." She turned to leave. As she stepped out, the lights in the house went out permanently. By morning, Obina's family was gone. Some said they relocated. Others said madness scattered them. Some swore the compound was empty, but still heard footsteps at night. Ankiru was never seen begging again. Years later, people spoke of a woman in white passing through the market with children who never aged. Wherever she walked, injustice seemed to follow and collapse. They say a curse was never spoken, it was earned. Moral: be careful how you treat the woman you send away. Some leave broken, some leave silent, and some leave with the kind of patience that waits until karma knows your address.